Hi, you made it. Yes. And we've got a message for you. In order to traverse this new reality, you got to have a lot of trust in yourself. And we all know very well that trust is built. Trust is built through transparency, it's built through consistency and authenticity. It's built with a deep understanding of who or what we're dealing with. Google's definition of the word threshold reads, the magnitude or intensity that must be exceeded for a certain reaction, phenomenon, result, or condition to occur or be manifested. Wow. The magnitude that must be exceeded in order for a condition to be manifested. I don't know about you, but that's what I heard. Ooh-wee, that sounds like the point of no return. And to pass through the point of no return, you're going to really have to trust yourself. This threshold we're at, or approaching for some of you, requires radical self-trust. The first time I ever stood to jump off of a cliff, I was up there for like 30 minutes, scared out of my mind. I wasn't as fearless as I was when I was younger. But then the world got to me. The domination, the control, the domestication, and the programming, not to mention the projections of others and all of their reactions to all of the above. How can you trust anyone if everyone is looking out for themselves? You can't. But you know what you can do? You can trust yourself. And you can trust yourself when you learn to be real with yourself. When you learn to listen to what you is telling you. You've had a lot of people in your life tell you who they were, but you didn't listen. You had a lot of people tell you who they wanted you to think they were, and you didn't listen to that either. You didn't listen to how you felt, and they hurt you. So it left you not trusting them and not trusting you. You have had a lot of lack in trust, but you've also had a lot of change. And a lot continues to change as you continue to raise your vibration. In a world among worlds, this threshold is different for all of us. We are all extensions of source energy and extensions of one another. So this threshold can mean many different things to many of us. Maybe allowing yourself to expand into a new life path, open a new business, start a new project, maybe take a huge leap of faith financially to do something you're being called to do. I'm hearing the number 66. Maybe it's feeling yourself aligning with a divine counterpart and allowing yourself to open yourself up in this way again. I mean, after all, you did do a lot of work to get here. What if you lose yourself again? Or maybe you want to find yourself, I'm hearing, and leave the relationship and move past the fear of never finding anyone to share life with again. I'm hearing the number 34 for that. Whatever it is, you are at this threshold, and you gotta have radical self-trust to move past it. The reason why is because our own guidance is going to be what leads us to that desire. This means you gotta be real with yourself, because you can't hide from source. You are an extension. And when we have guilt, blame, and shame, when we are still holding on to vows that we once made with ourselves or to others and broke, When we feel like we can't be trusted, there is no way we are going to make that jump. There's no way. So we will sit up at the top of that cliff forever. And you don't want to do that, because what's after that is so much bigger, so much more expansive, so much more exciting. And then eventually there will be another threshold that will bring even more delicious human experience. This is what you came for. The rush of it all, the feeling of it all. Are you feeling me? Are you vibing with the messages that are flowing through me right now? If so, you should check out my website. I'd love to introduce you to some of your spirit guides. Maybe a little clearing sesh. We all got stuff in the closet we don't know we have. Or check out the retreats coming up. You think you love me now, you should see what I'm like in person. It's message central. So if you'd like 10 years of therapy in a week's time, check out Peru. It's gonna be lit. Literally. It's your world though. Do what feels good to you. Okay, running it back with this message right quick. If you know that you're keeping the vessel clean, if you know that you aren't lying to yourself about what's good for you and what's not, if you know you aren't rationalizing for behaviors that aren't in alignment with your highest good, you will trust yourself because you're keeping it real with you. Even when we don't like the truth, we respect the truth and we trust honesty, no matter how harsh it is. If you're being honest in your interactions with the world, if you're detaching and observing from situations that are triggering you, and you're asking yourself questions and giving yourself honest answers, you are telling yourself, I got you. If you're supposed to go somewhere and something feels off, or something happens that signals you to stay home, and you listen, you're trusting yourself. You aren't fighting the natural unfolding of life to please others. How many people have lost your trust doing something that protected someone else's feelings? Radical self-trust is protecting you, taking care of your nervous system, sending that email when it feels right, ignoring the fact that you have a deadline or a goal, and doing what you need to bring yourself back to you. Because you know that when you do that, you will do some of your best work. When you put yourself first, you know that you can trust you. Radical self-trust is listening when you see that book on the table and picking it up. When they say open it to this page and you do, and then you read something that is so in tune with the reality that you are experiencing that it brings tears to your eyes. Because you is they, is universe, is the Most High. And when the channel is clear, it is receptive. And they can be heard, and they can be trusted. When you make the decision, and all it is a decision. It doesn't have to be some long, drawn-out thing. We are always reminding you this. It's a choice to choose truth in everything, to listen to your spirit when it is talking to you. When you make the choice to be radically trustworthy in every aspect of who you are, you will meet your higher self. You will meet your highness. I am holding this vision of your highness for you, and you should too. Because when we hold a vision long enough, it becomes reality. It can all be beautiful if you allow it to be. Will you allow it? Please, like this video if you liked it, because that just makes sense. and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. It helps my channel to grow. And just like you, I'm out here trying to light up dark corners in the way my creator intended me to. And don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. Last, but certainly not least, if you keep hearing my voice calling you to a retreat, even when you aren't listening to these videos, go enroll. You're supposed to be there. There are lots of ways to make it possible. I love you, and so it is.